Hey guys, how you doing? It's Dom here, and today I'm showing back off this House Dagoth deck, which is all about having some really strong cards and just dominating the board with those really powerful ones. This of course would run things like Red Mountain to get your strongest cards to be a lot easier to summon, and plenty of cards for stuff like draw power and just kind of using up your last bits of Magicka in a turn. This deck's done quite well in the past, so I thought, let's just do a few more games of it and see if they're still just as useful as it has been in the past. I hope you guys will enjoy this. If you do, then like and subscribe because it just massively helps out the channel. And yeah, hope you enjoy. Right, so we're up against House Dagoth as well, so it's a mirror match. Always a grand start. Okay, so we don't really want Ash Oppressor, but we'll keep Berserker and Oathman because we can do some really good things with them if we get the right cards. Woodcrafter's interesting. Okay. 2 Woodcrafters.
What are your intentions?
Okay. Well, I might just ignore that for now. Put down a Wardcrafter.
Watch yourself now.
Don't know what they're trying to do currently. I mean, they broke the ring for that, so they clearly want something in the shadow lane. Might be something which is like, well, we'll see. Invade, of course. What else would want the shadow lane so much?
You dare too much.
Right, well, they've used the ring twice already, which is quite nice for us. I guess we put down Fighter's Guild Recruit, use Rapid Shot to break the ward. We can start to kind of put a bit of a offensive down and destroy that gate. Interesting to see an invade deck with House Dagoth and running Steward as well. I mean, what is the deck gonna be? Heavy Daedra, or is it gonna be like light Daedra with a hint of invade? I am quite intrigued here. I mean, whatever they're doing, they're not too sure about it. And they've used their entire ring already in their first 3 turns. Well, I mean, it's nice that we got that resource out of them very early. But it does mean they'll be able to do a good, strong push now. Right, I think maybe this turn I get down Red Mountain. Just so Dagoth Oathman gets both pings constantly. I'll be honest, I doubt they've got any support removal, because most support removal comes from Endurance, ignoring the neutral synergy, of course. But, yeah. We can probably use Wardcrafter and Dagoth Oathman this turn. Or we could put down Lumbering Ogrim. Yeah, and then Dagoth Oathman. Or is it better to use Wardcrafter just to keep our Ogrim a bit stronger? Or we could use it on our Wardcrafter, just so we can get rid of their Valkynes. Very uncertain at the moment of what I'm going to do here. I'll be honest, Invade usually throws me off. Okay, so that's 2 Vipers already.
You dare too much.
Probably should have used Ward on the Ogrim, to be honest. Right, let's get down Baroness, see what else we can do. Okay, well, we've drawn a Conjuration Scholar, which is nice. Maybe go for Berserker and Oathman next turn. They make a nice little combo. It's aggravating because we're just not able to get to that gate currently. Well, the thing is their hand size is getting smaller and smaller because they're not really drawing anything else. So a lot of their power is on the board. Right, I guess we might have to use this Harpy just to... So if we use the Harpy on their Dremora, and then just do this, it means we get a bit of draw power off, a bit more plays, and we're also not going to be taking a big swing from their legendary Dremora.
Careful there.
Just need to get rid of that flipping gate. I mean, that's sort of fine.
I stand ready.
I mean, it is making the gate even stronger. That's a big pain.
Everything was taken from me. Today,
God damn it.
mankind.
Right, Okay, fortunately for us, Conjuration Scholar is nice and cheap. So that might be a nice choice to go for. And, I mean, Berserker the Pale is an interesting choice, but if we go for an Oathman, it just means we've got another 5/5 in case, you know, in case the Frost Action takes any damage. Hopefully we can get rid of that gate soon.
Perhaps we can help one another.
I mean, that's not too bad, I guess, because it's just... It's direct protection, but it's not any protection for their units, at least. Right, I mean, I think getting rid of that Adept's quite important, but also their Oblivion Gate. Actually, you know, we don't really need to go to the Oblivion Gate at the moment, because they haven't got the hand for it. Should have put down Berserk for the Pale first there. I mean, I guess I can put down an Oathman instead. But yeah, let's get rid of the first Scholar, don't really need that one. Still getting our draw power, thankfully, because of Berserker.
Everything was taken from me. Today,
Sorry it had to come to this.
I will have your head.
Okay, well, Fel the Mighty is actually really nice here, because it means we can just get rid of Telvos Magister and the gate on the same turn. Now, I do kind of want to keep that Berserker protected. So if I put this in the Shadow Lane, I can get rid of the Ward Crafter.
We must protect our stronghold.
And then Lumbering Ogrim, I'll put that in the field lane.
With you.
Might as well also get rid of the Ward while we're at it. So yeah, they had quite a strong start, but now they've kind of bricked themselves with having a very dry and small hand. I mean, obviously that's quite annoying what they've just played, but
They're in my sights.
if we get rid of that and then throw ourselves at them, we can get them quite low this turn. With Aspect and the Pale, we can take them down at 7, which obviously we can't reach. Guess we get down to Eclipse Baroness, we can just kind of
Let's go then.
consist on getting a very strong board presence, and if we start with that, the thing is, we wouldn't have had enough if we... No, never mind. We'll get down the Archer, and then we'll just kind of go for a strong play of... Or do we know? You know, let's get down our Khan. Ooh, yeah, let's go for it. Go for face, get them down to 6 health, and then it just means next turn Aspect of Hercene can take it, if they do a lot of, like, stuff. Which will they'll get this drain, obviously, but, yeah. We've got plenty of units on the board to throw at them.
You will know pain and suffering. You will know pain and suffering.
I mean, a lot of invade, but I think it's just too late to be worthwhile.
everything was taken from me. Today, I will play in calm.
This is probably going to be a concede here.
Victory is yours.
Lucky guess. Right, let's move on to the next game. Okay, so we're up against an Aldmiri Dominion deck called the Immortal. Well, let's show them how immortal they are. Not. Okay, well, Child of Hercene and a Prophecy in hand. Let's not have them. Corsair ship, though, is quite nice, just because it obviously means that we're buffing a unit or giving it more power, which just works great with Dagoth, obviously. Right, okay, so we're actually a bit stuffed with this hand. Hopefully they're not an early game aggro deck. I mean, it's Aldmiri Dominion, I doubt they would be. But you never know these days, people run a lot of weird stuff. Guess we'll have a few turns of stare down. Just a nice little stare at each other, and you know what, let's ignore that for now. It's not really going to harm us, we won't really harm it for now. And the thing is with a card like that, it is completely RNG based, like, they could end up just getting something completely crap. Okay,
Shed some light on
and they do get it, okay, well, Okay, so we've seen some RNG cards so far, or ones which are kind of going on, hoping to have the right cards in the right places. So for now, we're in a decent situation. Yeah, because things like cunning ally and cards like that, I'm just not a fan of them unless you're running exclusively that. Because even if you've got one card of a different colour, there's always a chance you hit it and then just don't get the extra card. I'd say unless like about 2/3 of your deck is that colour, I personally just am not a fan of running them. At least the Oathman's now 5 power, so we can start getting off some synergy with our Ash cards, or even Servant of Dagoth. I mean, it's still an Ash creature, so they all kind of work together for Dagoth stuff. Ash Pierce is an interesting one. I'll give it that. I don't know if I'll be using that one anytime soon. I mean, actually, I guess I could use it on Cunning Ally, now that I mention it. Although that really adds a timer. So I might have to go with Servant of Dagoth, because as that's leaving us next turn, I'd say just hit and run. Plus, I mean, a 7/6 is big. That's going to bait out some removal. Now, I say that, we've already had 2 completed, or writ of executions. Right, well, I guess we got 2 Ash Berserkers, which is nice, meaning that we'll probably be able to set up some draw power synergy soon. Berserk with the Pale is also quite nice. Well, that's quite painful to see. So Isahan doesn't really have a good swipe yet, and it'll just give them a good card, or could give them a good card with Balmora Spymaster. Never mind, Balmora Spymaster is almost inevitably going here. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, because that's not Betray, is it? Don't know why I thought it was Betray. So let's get rid of that Cunning Ally, just because, you know, I've changed my mind. I want to clear out this row a bit. Now, I have a feeling with Thieves Guild Recruit, it could just get hit by that Firebolt. So, I mean, so could Servant of Dagoth now that I mention it, but... So we'll get down a Thieves Guild Recruit. We'll see what they do with that Firebolt. I don't know how aggro they want to go, or how much they're... or what they're planning right now. So it's just best to see what their kind of play is right now. Okay, that's interesting. They're going for face, or they're going for units? Units. Okay.
I will cleanse the dark stain of necromancy.
Hannibal Traven is a bit of a pain. I won't lie. Do I just Berserker with the Pale and Ash Berserker? Just because then I'll get some draw power. And I'll be getting some good synergy for when I summon future big units. We'll do that. Spend the turn setting up for future turns. Hannibal Traven's an interesting card. I mean, if they play a lot of actions, we could get completely scuffed this turn. And that is Betray, so they're getting rid of the Spymaster. I mean, that's not too bad to see. Bit annoying that's got Charge. Speaking of Charge, that's also got Charge now, great. Guess we'll be taking a lot of damage this turn.
Give the king of worms my regard.
Right, we just need to clear the board. Hannibal Traven's learning a lot of spells, which is annoying. Don't really have a way of silencing or banishing him. I mean, we got an easy enough trade here. But I could also then fell the Mighty to get rid of Traven. Oh, I honestly don't know this turn. You know, one of those moments where you just... you've got no clue what to do. That's me right now. I will admit. I need to get rid of that Prowling Sensei. And I need to get rid of Traven before he gets too many more keywords. Fell the Mighty seems like the best way possible for it. because then it just means that we can summon a unit as well.
I live for
In fact, we'll get rid of all that now. Do I? Yeah, you know what? We'll summon a unit just so it gets the buff from Berserker. I mean, I didn't really want to do that just in case something happens with Traven and then it messes up my unit. Okay. Oh god. Just gave them more units to use it again, great. It's a very nice play for them, but I mean that's not really that big an issue, thankfully. What else they got? I mean I might as well end my turn here as well. Okay, I mean it's good that we got rid of Traven while we did, or that could have got really out of hand. I mean they were just going to get rid of Ogrim, he was a massive ball ache for them. We're getting incredibly low on health, so what are we going to do here? I mean, I can't even Tazcad it because it's got cover. Actually, what I could do is Corsair Ship and then Ascended Sleeper. Big brain, reduce the cost of my entire hand.
I feel a storm coming.
And I'll still get a Corsair as well on board. Now I just need a way to get my health back up, so that Hand of Dagoth might come really useful in a second.
By the sacred words
Okay. I mean, I guess it is open to Tazcad now, actually, so what I could do is throw my 2 units at the Archmage, so his last gasp becomes redundant. Tazcad's the Apex Predator. Wait, why am I grabbing Saisahan? I don't want Saisahan. I want Tazcad. Literally, you think one thing and then I just, in my head, think, oh, I could also do this, but I just can't. I mean, if I really wanted to kill that skeleton, I could just rapid shot it, but that seems pretty worthless. I mean, I'm almost tempted to Shrieking Harpy it, because Berserker doesn't seem that necessary to play just because we've already got a big hand. I don't know, hold them back every little bit. We're up against Intelligence, they could have Lightning Bolts, they could have Arcano. If they had a Lightning Bolt and Arcano, that skeleton could finish it. So yeah, let's play it safe.
Shall we begin?
Okay.
May the ancestors bless us.
I mean, fortunately that grabbed something that's not very good for them. Or is it? Immolating Blast. Pretty much works in our favour. Ascended Sleeper is always good for us to have because it just means we can reduce the cost of cards in our hand. But then again, I guess we might want to get down Sai. He's a decent little card, and it gets rid of that skeleton. And you know, actually, yeah, we can use Ash Piercer and Rapid Shot to get rid of Aaron. Definitely thought that through the entire time. Big brain plays here. And I kind of want to avoid going for face just because I have a big fear of prophecies against Aldmeri Dominion. Right, well, hopefully they don't put up too much resistance and we can just end this quickly, but you never know with Aldmeri Dominion. Ascended Sleeper, where'd they get that from? Oh. Cool, I think if we maybe use Merrick on the field lane, we could get some really interesting cards. Maybe worth doing that first, just to boost Tazcad's attack a bit more. I mean, get them anyway. That's nice for our health. That's a bit worthless. That's quite nice. And that's decent. I mean, I guess we could have kept Tazcad alive if we went for you know, our Fighters Guild recruit, but obviously, you know, we've got that Burzog being. Do that trade over there. And then I guess get down the Fighters Guild recruit, hit face with the rally. I don't want to hit them again because we might hit another prophecy. I mean, they might kill Piercer anyway here. Although it'd probably be better for them to go for Merrick because of his attack. So yeah, we'll hold off this turn just because I don't want to hit any swing. We'll get down a Hand of Dagoth this turn just because it's got Drain. And we're nearly in the lead. I mean, board control wise, we're smashing it, but yeah, no, health wise, we are still losing technically. Arrest. I mean, it's sort of aggravating. No. Okay. And Narcy's also really bloody annoying. Because they've taken our Drain. I mean, surely it would have better for them to just do a Narcy and then arrest the biggest unit. Never mind. We'll get rid of it anyway. And then... do I even want to break this line? See, this is the issue against them. I don't want to push too far that I just get completely molested. I mean, we can't win this turn anyway, so yeah, we'll wait till next turn to take it. I mean, they've got free cuts. Surely we win now. I mean, obviously they could get a really good prophecy, but I don't see them completely dominating now. Okay. Gentleman Jim Stacy. Yeah, well, I mean, I'll give them the weaker unit. I mean, I don't really need it. It's weird seeing Gentleman Jim Stacy. And that's just going to be used to remove something, isn't it? Yep. I mean, they've only got 2 other cards which could threaten us. Atronach's a bit annoying, but we still have enough anyway. Right. Do we hit a prophecy? Yes, we do. Okay, well, they've got rid of our Piercer, and we don't hit another prophecy, so that's going to end the video. Nice.